Hey guys, what's up? It's Roz Frazier, Senior Fitness Editor at Health Magazine, and today we're going to be talking mobility training, why it's important, how it can help your workout, and with us today we have two incredible trainers, Nike Master Trainers. We have Joe Holder here. Woo!
What's up?
And we also have Kirsty Godso.
Hey.
So I'm going to step back and let them kind of do all the work, but we're going to show the mobility training, we're going to do a little workout, and hopefully your workouts after this will be even better.
They will be better.
All right, let's
All
go.
right. So, put it simply, everybody's kind of heard of this term mobility, but what we want to do is introduce you to it and how it can help improve your workouts. So especially with this foam roll, as you'll see in every gym. So Roz and K-God, can you pick these up for me? See these in every gym. What you hear about them, like they're magic bullets, right? Well, you know, research does show they help improve your range of motion, muscle soreness, all this good stuff, but you have to know how to use them properly. So we're going to take you through that, show you why mobility is key, which is basically the ability to kind of control yourself through your ultimate range of motion. So for our purposes here, we're going to talk about mobility and stability and kind of that combination hybrid. You want your joints to have that complete range of motion and not be restricted by your muscles, your tendons, ligaments, all that good stuff. Cool?
All right.
So let's take
Sounds
it
good.
through it. All right, so we're going to sit down onto this mat, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to start with our calves first. So this is a great little thing to do before your workouts, right? To really kind of loosen up that fascia, that connective tissue, that collagen, and get you ready for that workout. It's kind of like coconut oil, you know what I mean? It's like it starts out a little bit hard and then loosens up, keeps you nice and clean. So with this calf, you're gonna roll back and forth. If you aren't getting enough pressure, you could cross that left leg over the right. You know, if you find a knot, and this is what people also need to realize, is that take the time to rest on it, breathe a little bit, allow your body to relax. Because often the issue is that you're too fired up and the right muscles aren't working, some are working too much. So those times when you feel something truly tight and taut, apply some pressure. So K-God, just show them, pause for me for a second there. Really breathe it out, even rotate slightly left to right, and allow the body to relax and get used to what's kind of happening. So we'll continue to move up that body, right? We'll keep rolling up. So you can even start towards that back of the knee a little bit, light pressure there in that hamstring. And you're going to roll that out for me. This also gives you a better awareness of your body sometimes before you start your workout, right? You get a little bit used to how your body's actually feeling, increase blood flow a little bit, truly warm you up before you kind of get into that general warm-up and dynamic motions. So for some people too, you may find that this doesn't really do much. You could cross the leg over again to get a little bit more added pressure. But for people that, I know I have tight hamstrings, so I'll feel this.
Same.
Same. All those deadlifts, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty good right now.
Roz, how you
Hold
feeling?
that time in the
I feel
lab.
good on this one.
So what you could do sometimes, you could even take a lacrosse ball, you could place it under your hamstring and kind of trigger point those areas a little bit more efficiently if just rolling on a foam roll, you know, isn't quite your cup of tea. So, well, what you keep doing now, so we hit the calves, we hit the hamstrings, we're going to keep moving to other areas that you need to be cognizant of, and that's going to be the glutes. So what we'll do here, this kind of be a glute piriformis hybrid. You're going to sit, you're going to cross that right leg over the left and rotate towards that side of the leg that's crossed. So get a little bit deeper into that glute med, and you'll know when you hit this. How you feeling, Roz?
I'm pretty good.
You know,
I'm pretty
you
good.
know?
I foam roll every day, guys. So
I wish I could say the same. I've been putting in some work and not enough mobility work. I don't listen to Joe enough, you know? You guys got to listen.
You gotta listen. So if you know, K-God is ultimate. She's one of the best trainers out there, super athletic, but even she knows that she needs to do a little bit more mobility work to get the most out of those workouts.
Joe's always trying to tell me I'm not the best listener, guys.
So you spend some time in there. Once again, if you find areas that are a little bit more tight, a little bit more sore, or you know your body responds to it a little bit deeper, breathe it out. There's a difference between being uncomfortable and pain. If you have pain in these areas, definitely refrain. Figure out what's going on first. But if you feel that kind of burning, uncomfortable sensation, that can be okay. Just spend some time breathing there and keep rotating it out. So from that perspective, we would kind of hit both. We would hit both sides. So we'll say that we did. And now what you're going to do, we're going to actually stay on the leg. So let's get the quads now, okay? So a lot of people, super quad dominant. So hitting the quad in multiple ways is very, very important. So we'll kind of start with the outer quad kind of IT band. A lot of people have this IT band tightness. but spend some time a little bit actually more on the outer quad, especially starting above the kneecap and up towards the hip, to really start to release the more side of the leg, that IT band. IT band, I know you'll feel it a lot, but often the times where you have the sensitivity isn't really what's causing the issue. And if you release that outer quad a little bit more, you'll often find some relief. So just roll up and down. Once again, remembering to breathe. Oxygen's that first nutrient. We really need to be aware of that here, and especially when you're doing something that may be slightly uncomfortable for you and you're exploring your body a little bit more.
Like
How we doing, Roz?
Slightly uncomfortable, guys.
Yeah.
Slightly uncomfortable.
My favorite.
Now let's go face down for me, okay? Let's get the front of that quad. Get that whole area out there. Especially runners too. If you have knee pain, I'm a runner. I know I don't look at sometimes. People don't expect me to run, but I've done everything from
Too
miles
ripped to run. Too ripped to run.
miles to half marathons, and I know foam rolling has helped me in that way, especially with muscle soreness and also knee pain. So especially when you're rolling that quad, focus on those areas above the knee that may be a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit tight. Really get in there. Apply that pressure, guys. The pressure is super, super key when you're doing foam rolling activities. So a lot of people say they won't feel it, and that's really just because you're not giving yourself enough of that compression. So really push down on there. There you go. And remember to breathe, Roz. This is also, when your form is good, this is a good way to work your abs too. Because you got to be aware here. You can't let those hips get too uneven. You know, get a little added bang for your buck. Cool. So now let's hit that back for me. How about that? Let's do that.
Just gonna adjust, guys. But you guys keep it going, keep it going.
All right, so for here, you're gonna kind of want to start right at that rib cage and then go above it. So this is kind of what we're gonna call kind of that T-spine area here, as well as the back. You could hug yourself or extend your arms back. You know, keep it crossed, whatever you feel comfortable with. But as always, remember to breathe.
I think I need a little hug today.
Self-love never hurt anybody. So keep rolling back. There you go. Really, the T-spine mobility is super key, as we'll talk about a little bit more later. You really want to be able to get proper range of motion through there, and of course, because we sit a lot during the day, that can often get gunked up. So we're keeping moving. I know, Roz, you be cranking out those stories. You know, you be out here.
Spend all day like this. I need a little more of this.
And especially like Joe and myself, we travel a lot.
Yeah.
And I found that actually adding this in has made such a difference to my T-spine mobility.
That's real.
So all the
How I
holidays,
recover.
you're gonna be on those planes. You should do this when you get off.
Yes, I just got off a plane and foam rolling has saved my life. So now what we're gonna do, I want you to rotate towards me, both of you ladies, K-Guy and Roz. Now we're gonna kind of get that shoulder lat area. This one is hot, and especially for the ladies here, this is an area that you need to hit. So you can extend this bottom arm, you can roll up and down, you can even rotate left to right, okay? And then that'll be a spot that you'll feel, and really spend time once again breathing here, allowing the body to understand what's going on, keeping the nervous system calm, and releasing that area, which is often a huge benefit for getting range of motion, especially through that shoulder and back. So it's kind of that subscap lat right in here. Okay, guys, rolling up and down there. You can even rotate a little bit to make sure you're getting both sides. It's super key. How you feeling?
Yeah, that's
It's important, right?
Spicy in there
guys.
today.
Spicy in there.
Some pull-ups yesterday.
Yeah, especially if you're doing a lot of pulling, a lot of pushing, any of that, you really got to focus on this area. So, okay, we good?
Yes.
All right, we're going to move this foam roll out the way. So typically, after you kind of foam roll your whole body, you can do this before your workout, really kind of, you know, they call it self-myofascial release. Now, what a lot of people forget about when you're working that quote-unquote kinetic chain, you know, your body increasing that range of motion, that also has to include your nervous system too. So if we improve your range of motion, we now want to have some control, right? So what we're going to do, just simple exercises to now get better control through this range. So let's hit quad rockers. So we're going to get in a quadruped position, right? We're going to start on all fours, right? Now, we did a little bit of work to kind of open up these hips, glute, leg areas, and now I just want you to sit back, keeping those hips relaxed, and get used to letting those lats and back also chill out. Good, and breathe here, and then push back forward. Good, just nice and controlled. Gonna keep repeating that. Good. Breathe, Roz. I can tell when you're not breathing.
knows
It's
me
quiet.
so well.
It's quiet in here. I can tell. There you go. So mobility is dope, you know. It's one of the main silos.
Can we quote that?
Between endurance and strength, these workouts are great, okay? And now what you're gonna do, we're gonna stay in this quadruped position. So basically what I mean by that, you're gonna be on all fours, right? The shoulders, our hands should be underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You know, that back and abs in a position where they're activated but not too extended or too flexed. I don't want you like this, I don't want you like that, okay? And now, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna give me fire hydrants, all right? So open up those hips a little bit, good, and back down. Keep breathing it out. We're gonna hit 5 each side. There you go. Good, 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 good.
Now, Joe, does it matter if your knee touches the ground when you're doing it, or should you keep your leg off the ground?
Well, it depends. That's a great question. So it depends on how well you are, like how good you are at this. Let's switch for me. If you have control through those abs, you can keep those hips relatively stable. By all means, increase the difficulty a little bit. You don't have to return with the knee on the ground the whole time. But if you're just getting used to this, you know, take your time, put that knee back down, reset, and then start again. So now from here, let's hit our hip circles, right? So we're gonna get you through another different plane of motion, right? Big circles, opening up. You notice here, K-God's form is great. Even pressure in the hands. Yours too, Ross. Even pressure in the hands, letting that hip open up. Now, this is what I don't want, right? We introduce some instability, so I don't want you to have to lean towards this side just to stay stable. So, yep, keep those abs engaged. Now, on that same leg, reverse directions, right? So we wanna make sure we're working both sides. I know mobility may not seem like it's hot, right? It's not intense, you're not going crazy, but as every athlete knows, they spend a lot more time doing mobility and staying fresh than they do hitting these hard workouts all the time. So if you want to be your best, you have to incorporate this type of work. Now we're going to hit opposite elbow to knee extensions, also known as bird dogs. So now we're getting even a little bit more. We want to introduce that stability after we hit that mobility, right? I'm dropping rhymes this morning. I need a record deal. So extend out, Roz, come on. Good. It's also a great way to activate those glutes, especially after we have opened up those quads with the foam rolling. Don't let those hips sink. Roz, I know you can control better. More better. Come on, Roz.
I have some
Good.
core work
Switch
to do.
sides. Switch sides.
We are not perfect.
This is also, as you see,
guys know.
this is also a great core exercise. Right? We're doing these complex movements after we've introduced an improved range of motion to help make you stable and actually utilize your body as one whole unit. So keep extending out there. There we go. Good. Pushing back. That's perfect. Good. Now we're going to get on our backs, okay? Good. So we hit that, open up these hips. After we often open up hips, and this is what a lot of people I see, especially when we do mobility work, right? Me and K-God have coined something called SGS, which is basically sleepy glute syndrome. And a lot of these times, the glutes are very important if you want to meet your athletic potential. So after we've introduced an improved range of motion, kind of shut off these hips a little bit because we've foam rolled them out, we now want to activate these glutes. So we're going to take you through a quick glute bridge series, right? So we're going to have now push up into this bridge. Good. Making sure you're squeezing at the top and then back down, nice and controlled. Good. You can even go 3 to 5 seconds down sometimes. Good. Pushing up controlled. Good. Back down. Up again. Now, you know, sometimes if you have a partner, you can add a little bit of pressure here, back down. You could kind of try to feed a compensation pattern. So I'm trying to push K-God's knees in, but she's pushing out against me, which would actually help activate the glutes a bit better. There you go. Keep going. And I'll show you one more trick, right? If sometimes you're not feeling this, you can lift the feet up. You can push back and down through those heels in a different kind of force vector to activate the glutes. Now I want you to hold up, okay? Good. Now give me that nice little march outs, right? Keeping on that foot. You see that's on the ground. Really push through it. Keep those glutes engaged. Feel it burn a little bit. Keep those hips square. Breathe. Breathe. Come on. Good. Now I want you to hold there. All right, you're gonna extend that right foot up, that leg up. There we go. And now go down and up. We're gonna have single leg bridges. Good. We've kind of gone through beginner to more advanced here. K-God's killing it per usual. Follow her on Instagram. Good. Now, as you see here, I'm trying to push in, push out against me. Keep that engaged. Good. Good. Elicit some control. That's perfect. Let's keep it going for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, let's hit your shoulder sweeps, right? So we talked a lot about the importance of that mid-back mobility. So now what we're gonna do are shoulder sweeps. So those legs go at right angles, nice easy circuit here. Now you're gonna rotate, you're gonna follow that hand, keep breathing it through. There you go, Roz. And back to start. Remember, the breath there, your inhale and your exhale ratio is crucial here. Keep it controlled, exhale out, let yourself open up. How we feeling, we okay?
Yeah.
Back up again.
Who knew?
And
All
again,
this was so
let's
tight.
do it. Yeah, you don't know until.
Admittedly,
you know.
I'm terrible at warming up. Like, I really am. I think, oh, I don't really have time for that. I'm just going to go kill it in the gym. But I've started adding this one in every single time before my sessions, and it's been a game changer for me.
Game changer.
Thank
I'm
you,
telling you,
Joe.
go to any event, if you go to a football game, basketball game, whatever, the majority of the time is not really spent in that athletic competition, quote unquote. It's spent in that warm up, in that prehab, in that prep, so that when we hit the workout, we can be our best. So this is perfect. Now we're gonna stand up. Make sure you hit these things on both sides too. We're giving you a demo, but you gotta make sure you definitely hit both sides. Now, we're gonna hit something dynamic, right? We're gonna take you through some dynamic movements. You could also include these before you warm up. You're sweating a little, Roz?
I'm sweating. It's hot under these lights. I
No.
mean, this is my
Just you,
workout.
Joe. It's just you.
So, okay, guys, let's show a quad pull for me if that's all right.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh, balance is horrendous today.
No, that's actually very important. What we just did, we introduced more mobility, right? And then, so what happened there is her body's a little bit thrown off because we've shifted. Come on, Roz, let me see those quad
being
pulls.
kind.
You said
Usually
cake
you
on. I was taking a break.
So what we saw is that her nervous system needs to get a little bit more used to that increased range of motion. So
Balance is
once you
bad.
really take this time, once you've done this mobility work, to really find your balance, and this single leg work is a great way to do so. Now, we're pulling those quads, let's go knee tucks. Find that balance again. There we go. This also mimics running motion. You see, getting some excess flexion on that front leg, extension on the bottom. You can even raise up on that toe if you want. Pushing up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go, there we go, there we go. Good, now let's get tin soldiers or leg swings. Nice. There we go. There we go. Really moving it there. Looking good, Roz. How we feeling? Open up those
Feeling
hamstrings a
good.
little bit. Feeling good?
Feeling nice and loose, guys. Nice and
She's going to be
loose.
walking through the office like this now. She'll be like, I'm coming, guys. I'm coming.
It's the holidays. It works right now.
And now we're going to hit our inchworms. Let's do that. So you're going to start at the back of the mat. Hands come down. You're going to come forward in that full plank position, okay? Yup, get a little bit of ab activation. Now, don't let those shoulders sink, arms straight, push your hands, walking up as far as you can, really open up this whole posterior chain. Good. And then you will repeat that a few times. So, you know, hit 3 to 5 or a predetermined distance. So if you don't have enough space, you know, you're working out of your home or living room, whatever, just move to the back of the mat and repeat. Simple, clean, and easy. Good. So that's kind of a mobility dynamic warm-up kind of hybrid. But the key is when you're doing mobility, we really need to actually do it before it causes a problem. You know what I mean? As weird as that sounds. So what we're gonna
So it's
do?
kind of like a little bit of prehabbing.
Prehabbing, exactly.
Okay.
But then, how do you know if you actually have a problem, right? So one of the main movement patterns are press. They're basically pushing those arms over the head. So I actually just want you two ladies just to stand nice and normal. We're gonna do a simple kind of mobility warm-up for press work. So if I know is that what I'm looking at here are their hands, right? So if there's certain ways where if you're too internally rotated, then I know we need to improve that for your press.
Always talking about it.
Her hands, sometimes I want to be more here than here. So this is an easy yes. That's an easy test to do at home. And another one is where you extend your arms straight out, okay? And then coming from these shoulders, you're gonna lift these arms straight up, shoulder flexion test towards your ears. So if they can come parallel without the rib cage flailing, then you know you're okay. So we could work on this in both these ladies. In me, I know it's awful. I try to do this and I bench press too much. My rib cage flares up and I'm like, woof, I have to improve this. All right, so it's super tough. So let's actually work on that. So let's grab this foam roll again, and then we're gonna hit our T-spine, okay?
It's a tough one. No.
Let's do it. Let's hit that T-spine.
right.
Cool?
All about the teeth spine.
Let's do it. There you go. Gonna roll that. You probably hit that for about a minute or so. Opening up that back again, getting true extension in that back. You're gonna hug yourself, extend those arms. And then from there, what I wanna do, I wanna open up now the chest and the pecs, okay? So ladies, this really does get tight on you due to some physiological differences. You'll often have
I don't think
pressure.
I got there. I'm still waiting.
So I want you to go face down. All right, you're gonna grab your lacrosse ball and you're gonna open up, okay? Good. So you're gonna hit that kind of pec area or above here. Really taking the time to. This one, yeah, you'll feel this one. You'll feel it. This just gets tight to a lot of our daily patterns. Whether we're carrying a bag, a backpack, a purse, we're taking stuff in and out of the car, we're typing. This tightens up, and if you don't take the time to open it, then it gets overworked and you kind of become fixed there. That's that internal rotation of the shoulders we were looking at earlier. So you hit that both sides. And then from there, I would want you to stand up for me. Okay? And then we're gonna have what's called the no money drill. Basically works on that external rotation of the shoulders. So palms will be up. You can even do this with a band. Yup, you keep opening up back there, back to start. There we go. How we feeling, Ross?
Feeling good.
Good, feeling good?
Feeling good.
Good, good, good. Killing it.
If we start doing it right, does it change to money?
Yeah, and all of a sudden, just money comes flying out the air. Then you're going to get back onto your back, okay? So now we're going to hit those shoulders and lats again. So remember that foam rolling exercise we did? They'll just show you again very quickly. Going to hit that. Going to then roll it out. Good. You're really getting that subscap lat area. You can rotate left to right to open up those tight areas. Oh, wow. Keep breathing, remember.
This is really tight, guys. You should really do this. I should do it more often.
I think the hardest thing is trying to keep a straight face while you're doing it.
Exactly. Not doing well.
All right, then from here, you're going to get on your chest, okay? So you go face down, and then we're going to hit what are called swimmers. So we just open up those shoulders, those lats, and now we want to get range of motion through. So on that chest, those arms are going to be extended up. Those feet stay on the ground. So the one thing I want you to really focus on here is not getting extension in that back, okay? I want you to focus on driving back through these lats and getting full range of motion there, okay? But you stay neutral. There you go. And just drive back and down from this position. Notice that neck is neutral, not sinking too far forward. Breathe through. Really activating that mid-back. Okay? Perfect, perfect. Then you're going to be on your feet. So we introduced mobility, now we want a little bit more control. You're gonna do what are called scarecrows. So I want you to hinge. These are the worst. I'm just throwing it out.
Thanks.
You're gonna bend your knee and you're gonna hinge in those hips, okay? And now your arms hang straight, okay? And now I want you to—
To the side, to the front? Okay.
And then you're gonna row back, okay? So pull back. I want you actually to flare a little bit here, okay? Then you rotate your arms up, okay? See? You want to get up, and then you push straight forward in a controlled manner. Don't let that neck sink. There you go. And then back. Back again. Down. All right, let's repeat that. Good. And now push.
That's a new one, guys.
Good. So this one opens it up, really works on that total rotation, and it feels great.
It actually really does.
All right. So it took you through that series. Now I want you to pick up your weights. Okay? And now, this is when we press, right? You could even just do this first without weight, but once we've, improved that movement patterns, let's hit a few presses. Let's see what we got. So nice base. Good. So notice now, this rib cage isn't flaring, right? Able to push straight up. That breath is good. Looks like that mobility little worked, for lack of a better term.
You can call Joe.
All right, now you're gonna put those weights down. I think we got a little bit more time just to show them how to improve their squat. All right, so there's a couple screenings you can do at home, little ankle mobility screening, but we'll just take you through. Oftentimes, what we'll see is that an issue with the squat is because the ankle mobility really isn't there. So let me just see your body weight squat, ladies. Roz, I know you have, a little knee soreness, but let's do it.
All right,
let's see
guys.
what we got.
Not the best squatter.
Okay. So notice the
Gotta work
difference
on
in the
it.
range of motion between these two squats. K-God's able to get a little bit deeper. Roz, on the other hand, can't.
No.
For various reasons, but that's okay. We'll help improve that.
It's okay.
So first,
All right,
what a lot of people don't realize is for hip extension, you got to work the inside of these legs sometimes, right?
Yep.
So let's take this foam roll. You're going to put it parallel to you, okay? Now, you're gonna put it parallel. Sorry. There you go. And now lift that leg up at a right angle, okay? Get pressure on those adductors and that inside of the leg, okay? You can roll it up, but then on certain points, I want you to breathe and extend. There we go. You're really opening up that area and using that compression.
We sure are, guys.
To increase that range of motion, which is money. I love it. Good, good, good. There we go. Good. So you do that in a few areas through the leg. Now, ladies, Roz, K-God, you're going to get on one knee. Let's get that left knee down, right knee forward. So this will be a hip flexor kind of ankle mobility hybrid, right? You can even use a wall for this sometimes. You're going to push forward towards my hand, right? Not quite too far, but I tell you, you're going to hold that for 5 seconds and then push back. Good. Go again. Push forward towards my hand and then push back. And one more time. So really working on that calf hip complex. Now from here, what we're going to do, we're going to hit our Spider-Man. Remember these?
Yes.
So these are great. You're going to get in that plank position. You're going to drive that right foot towards the top. And then you're going to open up. So you're going to hit that a few times, okay? Then we're really working on that dynamic range of motion, stepping back, still opening up those hips. Good. Keep breathing. Good. And now from here, we're going to hit a Buddha squat.
Ooh.
Buddha squat, okay? So you're going to sit down all the way down.
All the things I'm bad at. All the things I'm bad at.
Come on.
That feels good.
And then you can hold this. Allow the body to sink, relax, letting yourself open up. Hold that for a few reps of 20 seconds or so, 10 to 20. Then you'll stand back up. And then you repeat that one more time.
This is what Joe does in the exercise.
Tell you, mobility has changed my life.
You'll see him in the plane.
Pilates, yoga, do all of that, and then stand back up. Okay, so from here, just let's see that body weight squat again. You can then go back to your body weight squat to see how your range of motion has improved. Good.
A little better.
Yeah, there you go.
Better.
If we were to take Roz to a full circuit here, we'd definitely be able to see, even by the end of the session, how much it got better. And then once that happens, let's pick up a weight. Let's just show them. Let's just hit a goblet squat. Once you have that improved range of motion, you can then add a little bit of weight, which K-God is crushing here. Good. And keep sitting it back. Good. Give me one more. Good. And put those weights down. Now you can hit that kind of those mobility little hacks for most of your major movement patterns. So your major movement patterns are like your hinge, which you'll see on a deadlift, your lunge, which is another one. It's like push, pull, carry, squat, walk, all those kind of movements. So we want to make sure we have complete mobility and stability through those. As we show, we just gave a warm up for the press and for the squat. So how are we feeling?
Pretty
good.
Good?
Feeling loose.
Yeah.
Feeling ready.
I know definitely for myself, like I think we can all be a little, easy to discard mobility and not really focus on it. But, Joe, definitely the more that I've trained with him, he's encouraged me to view it differently. And since I've been adding it in, my workouts are so much more explosive and my recovery is so much better.
Very.
You guys are hearing it.
Well, if you know, you can find us on the Nike Plus Training Club app. Mobility is one of those
Free
major
download.
workouts, free download, as well as strength and endurance.
Yeah.
So, Roz, any last words? How we feeling?
No,
Talk
I think
to
we're
us.
feeling good. I think we've all learned why mobility training is so important. So thank you guys. Thanks to Joe. Thanks to Kirsty. And I hope you guys are feeling nice and loose and like your next workout, you're going to rock it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Thank you.